We are talking right now with SBR contributor Ross Benjamin. I'm Peter Loshak. You're watching SBR videos, and Ross Benjamin is going to give us a parlay involving the Bulls from Thursday, December 31st. Today, of course, is Wednesday, so that's tomorrow. Ross Benjamin, the Houston-Florida State game, kind of a heavily debated game. I've heard opinions on both sides of that one. And then the two college football playoff semifinal games. What do you like in the parlay for Thursday, Ross?
Well, let's start with the noon Eastern time game between Houston and Florida State. You know, this is a Houston team, Pete. They give up a lot of yards, but they're a bend but not break mentality on defense, and they forced 30 turnovers this year, which puts a lot of stops to a lot of drives by the opposition. And then you're looking at a Florida State team fifth in the nation in scoring defense, 15.8 points per game. They've allowed 24 points or less in all 12 games this season. All 5 of their games played away from Tallahassee went under the total, and there was only a combined average of 31.4 points scored per game in those 5 contests. I'm going to go under the total of 55.5 in the Houston-Florida State game. All
right, yeah, Florida State does have an elite defense for all their other flaws as a team. 55.5 on the under. What's your second play for the parlay, Ross?
Let's look at this Oklahoma and Clemson game at 4 p.m. Eastern time, the first of the doubleheader for the national championship playoffs. You know, Pete, look at this line. You got the
looking at it right now. It's 3.5.
Yeah, the number 1 team in the country, right, Pete?
Yeah.
They're undefeated, and they opened up as a 3-point dog. They're as high as 3.5 and 4 now, and they're playing a team with 1 loss. Well, something's up there, and I'm not going to fall for this trap. This has sucker play written all over it. You're looking at an Oklahoma team 7-0 in their last 7 games, following that upset loss against Texas. During those 7 games, averaging 52 points and nearly 600 yards per contest. And Clemson's had good defensive numbers when you look at them on paper, but in their last 2 games, they've been torched defensively against both South Carolina and North Carolina. I'm going to lay the 3.5 here with Oklahoma over Clemson.
All right, I have heard other sharp opinions give that same sentiment. Is that just a 2-teamer for tomorrow, Ross?
One more. We got the Michigan State-Alabama game, the nightcap in his playoff doubleheader. You know, Michigan State's defense pretty much underachieved for most of the season, Pete, but boy, did they come on in their last 4 games. They allowed just 12.5 points, 276 yards per game. And the Bama defense, out of the 4 teams vying for this national championship, they're by far the most superb defense of the bunch, I think, anyway. Alabama allowing 14 points per game this season, just 258 yards per game. Both of these teams, 33 minutes time of possession offensively per contest. That shows me that they're methodical offenses. They're not quick strike type of offenses that we've seen in the Big 12 this season. And this looks to me to be a low-scoring game, Pete. I'm going to go under the total of 46.5 in this contest.
Yeah, that one has already gotten bet down. I think it opened at about 49, but there could easily still be betting value on the under in that one. 3 plays from Ross Benjamin for tomorrow's Bulls. Interesting analysis, Ross Benjamin. Thanks so much.